Hi, today is 30th July and exactly 120 days are remaining for CAT 2020. And today I'm going to discuss two questions from modern maths. Both the questions involve the same concept. Now the first question, it was asked in CAT 2009, okay, in my slot here. So let's discuss these two questions. You can pause the video and try to solve both the questions. And then you can start watching the video. So the first question, find the number of positive terms in the expansion. If the question was simply finding the number of terms, we know the total number of terms is, as there are three variables. So 2009 plus 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2011. So 2011 C2. So the total number of terms is 2011 C2. But the question is finding the total number of positive terms. So let's see how to find the positive terms. Now, the general term here in the expansion, it will be comes out to be k into a raised to power x into minus b raised to power y into minus c raised to power z, where x plus y plus z, that must be equal to 2009, and all of them x, y and z, they must be greater than equal to 0. So number of terms we can find out, that is simply 2011 C2, like I told you. But we need to find out the number of positive terms. So just here, in this expansion, it will be k into a raised to power x into minus b raised to power y. So I can say minus 1 raised to power y into b raised to power y minus c raised to power z. So minus 1 raised to power z into c raised to power z. So this will be k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z. And minus 1 raised to power y into minus 1 raised to power z is what? Minus 1 raised to power y plus z. And we need the total number of terms to be positive. So whenever y plus z, okay, if y plus z, it is an even number, then we know that minus 1 raised to power even number, it is always an even. Which means what? That y plus z, it must be an even number. That is the condition. If y plus z is an even, then only minus 1 raised to power even, the entire term will be positive. So now we know y plus z, it is an even number. 2009, the right hand side, it is an odd number. So if the right hand side is an odd number, okay, then left hand side should be also an odd number. So we know that y plus z is an even number. So x must be odd. If x is odd, then only y plus z is even here, because odd plus even, it is always equal to odd. So let me write down y plus z, it is equal to 2009 minus x. And x is nothing but that is an odd number. Okay. So I'll say what are the values of x here. And then y plus z. And then number of solutions. So if I take x equal to 1, y plus z is 2008. So sum of two number is 2008, and we know, like, if a plus b, it is equal to n. Let's say a plus b is equal to n. So what is the formula? Sum of n terms, non-negative integral solution is always n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. Or you can use the method of partition also. N plus. So here the total number of variable is always equal to 2. So I can say this is n plus 2 minus 1 c2 minus 1. So it will be simply n plus 2 minus 1 c2 minus 1, and I can say this will be equal to how, what? That will be n plus 1 c1, and n plus 1 c1 is always equal to n plus 1. Why? Like 5 c1 is 5, 6 c1 is 6, 7 c1 is 6. So n plus 1 c1 is 6. So a plus b equal to n. This has got how many solution? N plus 1. You can even do it by fund of linear equation. Okay. So a plus b equal to n, the total number of non-negative integral solution is always n plus 1. So if y plus z equal to 2008, the total number of solution is 2009. If x is equal to 3, remember x is an odd number, then y plus z is even, which is 2006. So the total number of solution is 2007. if x equal to 5, then y plus z, it will be equal to how much? I can say that will be 2004, and the total number of solution is 2005, and so on. Okay, and maximum possible value of x is 2009. When x is equal to 2009, y plus z is equal to 0. So there is only one solution. And what is that solution? Both y is 0 as well as z is 0. Remember, in non-negative, they can be equal to 0 also. So now I need to find the sum of these numbers. Okay, so let's add here. I'll get 1 plus 3 plus 5. I'm going from top to bottom to top. 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on till 2009. So this is an odd number. And what is the number of terms? So there are number of terms. There are 1005 terms. Okay, you can say that the number of terms. So number of terms, it is always equal to last term 2009 minus first term divided by common difference plus 1. So that is 1005. Or it's pure observation. These are all odd numbers. So till 2010, how many odd numbers are there? So 2010 by 2 is 1005. So there are 1005 odd numbers. And sum of n odd number is always equal to n square. So this is 1005 square. So the correct answer is nothing but that is 1005 square. Okay. So in the last I have used this formula, that is 1 plus 3 plus 5. The sum of first n odd number is always equal to n square. So the answer is simply 1005 square. So this question was asked in CAT 2009 in my set. First day, first slot. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. And in the upcoming sessions, I'll keep discussing the questions from CAT 2009 to CAT 2016 also. So keep watching the videos. Now come to question number 58. Similar question here. Number of terms. Now this is the summation here. Now what happens in case of summation? Like if I say a plus b whole square. So we know there will be 3 terms, yes or no? What are the 3 terms? A square plus 2ab plus b square. And if I am saying a minus b whole square, again 3 terms, a square minus 2ab and plus b square. So the coefficient will be same, like coefficient of a square in both of them are same, coefficient of b square is same, coefficient of ab is also same. That is 2 and 2, but one of them is positive negative. And when you add these two, so I'll get 2a square plus 2b square. So this will be get cancelled. Okay. So we know like a plus b square, it has got 3 terms and all positive. All the terms are positive. And a minus b square, it has got 3 terms, but 1, 2 positive and 1 negative. So since 2 of them are positive and 1 of them is negative, so when you are finding the sum, the negative terms will be cancelled. This is positive, negative, it will be cancelled. So that's why we will get 2 terms. Okay, that's why I'll get 2 terms. So I'll use the same funda. Now, in the expansion of a plus b plus c raised to power 8, what is the total number of terms? That will be 10c2. How? I'll say if I expand, let me write down here. If I expand a plus b plus c raised to power 8, the general term will be k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z. But the value of x plus y plus z, it should be 8. So what is the number of non-negative integral solution? That is 8 plus 3 minus 1 c3 minus 1, which is 10c2, and that is 45. So there are 45 terms. Similarly, in a plus b minus c raised to power 8, there will be also 45 terms. Power is same. Okay, but here out of these 45 terms, few terms are positive and few terms are negative. So we need to identify how many negative terms are there, because the negative terms will be cancelled. So here also there are 45 terms. Now, how many terms are negative out of these 45? So, let's see here. If I expand this, this will be k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into minus c raised to power z. So, can I say this will be negative whenever z is an odd number? Why? Because the moment z is an odd number, then minus something raised to power odd number, the entire terms will become negative. So, this will be negative here. Okay. So, whenever z is an odd number, this will be negative here. Okay. Or you can take minus 1 raised to power z into c raised to power z. And minus 1 raised to power z, it is, whenever z is negative, it is an odd number. So, I need to solve. So, we know that a, not a, but x plus y plus z. So, x plus y plus z, that is equal to how much? X plus y plus z, it is equal to 8. And z is an odd number. So, same logic. So, x plus y, it is equal to 8 minus z. Okay. So, z, x plus y, and number of solutions. So, z is an odd number. So, if I put z is equal to 1, x plus y is equal to 7. So, the total number of solution is 8. That is sum of two variables, na? Like we have discussed in the previous question. A plus b is equal to n. Then the total number of non-negative integral solution is always n plus 1. So, 8. If x is 3, then x plus y is equal to how much? That is 5. So, there are 6 solutions. When x is 5 or z is 5, x plus y equal to 3, I will get 4 solutions and maximum possible value of z is 7. Then x plus y equal to 1 and I will get 2 solutions. So, what is the terms here? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, that is 20 terms. So, 20 terms are negative. So, we know that a total of 45 terms are there. Okay, 45 terms are there. And out of these 45 terms, in the first case, all 45 are positive. In the second, out of 45, 20 are negative. So, these 20 will cancel with the first one. So, what is the total number of terms? The total number of terms is 45 minus 20, which is equal to 25. Okay. So, the answer for this question is 25. So, I hope that it is clear to all of you. So, that's all for today. You all can also subscribe to our Telegram group and WhatsApp group to get the PDF of all the questions which we have discussed so far. Thank you.